The S&P 500 daily cloud chart shows that the bottom of the cloud, 26 bars back, 4339.77, while not out of reach, has really no other resistance around it in current price or 26 bars back. The closest resistance in current price is R2 at 4307, and the weekly 2018 broadening top in dashed red that we've been looking at, and that level is at 4312.47 for today and the rest of the week. And zigzag had to start over as the 4 up and 3 down D wave shifted over, so that has to start getting higher lows for at least 4 days in a row, and that could possibly have a swing point. And the 200 EMA in black right here held gallantly for support, and it was broken yesterday on the 3rd, and the 200 simple moving average is in sight at 4201.98, and pretty much right under there is the arc down 3.618 level at 4189.76. Pretty good support in that zone. And within a day or two, the arc down 3.618 will be right on top or surpass the 200 simple moving average. And the demand line was qualified yesterday and could become qualified canceled if it gets above that for end of day today on the 4th. And this ongoing demand line for today on the 4th is at 4150.03. So if price gaps down for an open this morning and then subsequently closes under it without going back up and filling that gap, and this ongoing demand line will become qualified or a straight out open underneath it, 4150.03, and that would become qualified if it closed under there for end of day today. And then the third way would be to tick higher than 4332.85, somewhere right around here, and then subsequently roll over and close underneath it for end of day today, and that would become qualified. So 3 ways. And price in the pre-market hours for the S&P 500 at 6:35 a.m. Central Time on the 4th is 42.30. And the Stark band, lower band, 4203.65. The lower Bollinger Band, 4189.88. And the Channel 3 low, 4199.57, complements that 200 simple moving average support here. So it would have to be quite the impulsive down move today to get through that, and that would definitely be a show of strength to the downside. And the combo by countdown 12 has printed, so the combo and countdown 13 is within sight here. Could happen today or soon. And the only way to negate that would be to go on a major run to the upside and get above this close, 4299.70, and the sell setup 1 count will print. And we're on the combo and sequential buy setup 1 count, So it would have to print the 1 and then go on the royal flush to get the 9 end count. And this sequence will be deleted for combo by countdown. And this D wave, down wave 3 projection is right here, 4168.46. And this sequential by countdown 13 completion has 3 more days before it is considered not valid for any more downside associated with it. Doesn't mean we can't get more. It's just that it will be 12 bars since that printed, and that's usually an indication of exhaustion for that to the downside, as this was already exhaustion indication just by printing the 13. However, this disqualified buy risk associated with this sequential buy countdown complete 13 could become qualified and confirmed on today's bar, as there was a down close followed by an up close followed by a down close below the level in question, this buy risk level. So price would need to open lower than this close today on the 4th, and then tick lower than this low from the bar on the 3rd, and then close below this close for the bar on the 3rd, all on the 4th, and this level will become qualified and confirmed, and is an indication of more downside, even though this printed up here, this 13, but qualified and confirmed this buy risk level and can be considered negated that way and expect more downside, and the 100% qualified and confirmed propulsion exhaustion down at that level was tagged. So that's an indication of more downside action to come. And if this becomes qualified and confirmed end of day today, that's even a stronger indication of more downside. And then we'll be looking at the sell TDST level. And pure momentum has carried the ATM fast trigger up to almost getting to the overbought line here, but there's been some pretty good downside price action, and would expect that to start rolling over, turn into a red spot like that, and then go down, and this slow trigger up is not even very close at all to getting above the oversold line. If it does that, while this can maintain some upside without rolling over, and then we got an indication of more upside, but it just does not look to be the case. And if you've been following along closely, we look at this trend factor down levels here once in a while, and have done some buying here at the down 2. Now there's been some buying at the down 3. Not quite exponentially, but just adding to more here. And then we'll do it again here if it reaches the 4109.08 level. So that's under that TDST level. And again, that's right there at 4151.28. So I know that's a rough way to go, but that's a good way to do it, because eventually it's going to turn around and head back up, but can be painful in the process. So like the buys here that we just made, or the additions I should say, to longs, if it turns around here and heads up, it pays off. If it doesn't, well, try it again down here. Or pay close attention to what happens at this cell TDST level. And this trend factor down to here could become qualified and confirmed along with those other levels we just looked at, the disqualified buy risk level, which is now qualified but needs confirmation. So same process over here. And if that happens, then this becomes qualified. So we'd have the down 1 qualified and confirmed, the down 2 qualified and confirmed, and that would be another indication of more downside to come and more pain until at least it gets down to here. The next one after that is right around 4,000, down 5,